Did you push play?
Oh, I thought you were gonna push play.
Okay.
I push play.
I pushed
Oh,
play.
you just push pause.
All right, so hello. We are Screen Sisters. For this venture, you may refer to me as No Mercy. I am joined today by Chainsaw, and we are going to watch the 4th episode of Falcon and the Winter Soldier, titled The Whole World is Watching. And we're just gonna kind of share our thoughts as we watch the show. Hope you enjoy. And hopefully we'll circle back to do a visual recap for episodes 2 and 3 as well. There is an episode 1 recap, I think, on SoundCloud. I'm gonna have to double check that. It's not a full recording because we're new to this, so there might be some belching. All right, here we go.
Marvel opening credits. I mean, at this point, I feel like these songs were just in our sleep.
Yeah. So I'm going to start off definitely by saying that I love the fact that it opened up in Wakanda.
And bringing back the classic Winter Soldier theme.
I love that theme so much.
Lots of people still trying to connect, you know, his trigger words to more MCU stuff, and I just saw trying to connect in the other MCU projects, or you know, because one of the words was homecoming, and then the next movie was Spider-Man Homecoming. Well, not the next one, but you know, and then also I was reading that the writers chose these certain words because they sound menacing in Russian.
Okay.
I thought that was interesting. Therapy, guys. This is called breakthrough.
It is. It is.
What were you gonna say?
You know, I love the fact that they took it back to Wakanda for the opening of this episode, and that we got to see a little bit of the work that they were doing, and a lot of it was just really person-on-person work. And obviously, I mean, this episode, you know, just that beginning, it's not supposed to be a band-aid, a cure-all for what was happening to him. I'm sure there was deeper work that was done, but at least we got to see the moment where he finally broke through, which is obviously very important to the growth of this character. And I like that he chose Miss Io to be the person. What was it? His protector? He just said it.
When?
Never mind. And now everybody's favorite Tarantino.
Oh, I also just want to say that I'm assuming his breakthrough came before the fight.
Infinity War?
So that'd be like a devastating transition to just be free from what caused you to be a
soulless,
you know, a ghost assassin, murderer, everything. And then as soon as you're clear, you gotta fight aliens.
Either way, if he had had that breakthrough before Infinity War, it still doesn't diminish it still doesn't diminish it in any way to me, because now he's fighting for his own actual life and the life of his friends and the life of the people on Earth, not just because somebody ordered him to.
No. That's not what I was trying to say.
Okay, what are you trying to say?
I was trying to say he just got done being a soldier. and then aliens come to town. Like, could his time have been to give up soldiering had come at like a worse time?
I mean, yeah.
Because let's just say he was frozen in 2012. Mm-hmm. He wasn't fighting anybody. I'm sure he wasn't fighting any Ultron robots. Exactly.
No,
so, well, whatever.
I just want to say that I loved the Jack Bauer that came out of him to just shoot Nagel point blank on the spot when he had the opportunity to do so. And that's it.
Yeah. It really shows the other thing he brought up, the lack of hesitation when you're about to do something, that'll change your life, because Zemo was kind of the no gray, because he knew that if he would have brought that guy in, or they would have tried to find justice, he would just be in jail, but he would still get out because he still created something that probably could still be, weaponized. So he shot him right there because he was the only one who could do it. Mm-hmm. So, and then even here, he's already the absolutist. He's already assuming that he's going to have to kill Carly.
Daniel Bull is giving me all kinds of Sean Harris in the show. And I don't know why I didn't have this revelation when I watched Civil War. I'm just waiting for him to say, "Did you ever choose not to?" Anywho.
Interesting. Was that Elsa?
I love the dynamic between not only the two, but the three here together. They bounce off of each other so very well. Like, their energy is very evenly displaced amongst them. Nobody's trying to outshine each other. But that's just good acting.
Just like, okay, you go first.
Okay, coming right off the heels of what Zemo just said, that once you have that serum in you, you eventually go down the wrong path. It happened to every single person who's ever taken it.
Yeah.
The only exception being Steve Rogers, and as
Bruce Banner,
I guess, and then also Isaiah Bradley. Now, I feel like this episode is supposed to be indicative of her turn in character. The dark side, if you will. I think still maintaining her humanity in the same way, but still, even that just eye exchange between her and her friends, her colleagues, her followers there, it looked as if they all had a sense of remorse, guilt. Are we taking this too far? And the look she gave them was, we'll do what we have to do. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, you know what else? She didn't even give them a heads up.
That's true. She didn't even tell them that she was.
So she's already thinking again. Mm-hmm. Absolutism. Mm-hmm.
Oh, what was your?
Oh, since you say you didn't remember, the only exchange that happened between Okoye and T'Challa was when she said, "What of this one?" And then he said, "This one may be tired of war, but the White Wolf has rested long enough." Okay. So he was just hanging out with some hay and some goats, and then aliens came.
Word. So the people who were essentially able to move up in the world because of the snap had to retreat, because the people that came back from the snap and kind of reassumed life as it was for them.
I think so.
Okay.
Do you think he's going to be in the next 2 episodes, or do you think he's going to show up later on, or like later on in another film somewhere?
That is the ultimate Marvel question.
That would be most good.
It could go either way. He could either not be in next week's episode at all, and then show up in the last episode in like the last 10 minutes to help save the day. Or
is the redeemable Bucky arc something that people want? Did I just say Bucky? I meant to say Zemo. Is the redeemable Zemo arc what people want? Because he's a bad guy.
it's for his character, because of literally the last 2 episodes, it's just, you have to look at frame of mind, perspective, goals. You know, the only thing we want is for there to be no super soldiers. Now, because Civil War remains such a grounded film, I wonder what he thinks of Bruce Banner and Thor. What are his thoughts on them, and what would he do if he could to try to dissolve their power if he could? So I don't know. I personally don't need every single villain to have redeeming qualities. Sometimes they can just be evil, but I do like that they are evil with a point, but I don't want to necessarily like, I'm not looking for a Malcolm. Is that his name? Malcolm from Arrow. Malcolm Merlin, yeah.
Malcolm Merlin.
Yeah.
Who turned into Ra's al Ghul and then back to Malcolm Merlin.
Okay. Yeah, I don't want.
He lost his arm.
I don't know. I guess I'm just like, I don't want a bad guy to turn good and then turn bad and then turn good again. Like, I feel like we already did all this.
Yeah, it gets exhausting.
Yeah, we did all this with Loki, so, you know.
I never even considered Loki a villain.
I never considered.
And Coulson said it best, he lacked conviction.
Do you want Zemo to have a redeeming arc? A redemption arc? I know one thing's for sure. He will have a hand in getting rid of John Walker if he has the opportunity to.
Most definitely, because